Welcome back to another episode of No Suits, No Secrets. And today, we're talking about decisions or lack thereof a little bit. So most of the time we talk about overarching strategy, but right now there's a lot going on in the online space for digital marketers, for online entrepreneurs, and we want to talk about it. If you're following someone right now because you're scared to decide what's next for yourself and for your online business, that's not a strategy. That's fear in a prettier outfit, and it is keeping your business from growing. If you're following someone and upset where they're leading you, yet you're staying there and you're commiserating, you're sitting there with them, you're upset with them, you feel like you're not getting what you need out of that situation, or that what you expect out of it, but yet you're not making any change. You're not focused on growth. You're focused on excuses. You're focused on not making a decision to actually grow your business. And it's something we're seeing a lot of right now. And I'm not saying this to judge you or upset you. I'm saying it because there's a lot of really smart people who are repeating this pattern over and over. And it's actually what they came online to escape, and they're just recreating it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times when you get caught up in that particular cycle, that's when we forget why we decided to come into the online space in the first place. Most people, myself included, left a 9 to 5 because we were tired of decisions being made, without us, but for
Right.
us.
Right.
Right? When you work for someone else, all those decisions are being made for you, but not with your consent. So when new leadership happens, new rules come in, new direction is put in place, can come in any time, and you didn't get a say in any of it.
Right.
Right? You came online to start a business because you wanted control with something in your life. You wanted ownership. You wanted income that's actually yours. It belongs to you. It's dictated by you and not some CEO in a company that you work for.
Right. But instead of leaving dependency, which was the ultimate goal of why you went, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start my own business online.
Yeah.
A lot of people just moved into the online space and recreated it, recreated dependency for themselves because it felt similar. It felt safe when you were doing something scary. But following a program, selling that program as an affiliate, having all your eggs in one affiliate basket as your entire business model, and acting like an owner in that company or an actual employee even in that company, it's just a fancier 9 to 5 situation.
Yeah.
It's a different platform, a different language. It's the same stinking setup. You recreated your 9 to 5 dependency and you didn't even realize it. And right now that pattern is loud. This is the side character trap. We're going in, we're saying we're doing something that's our own. We're going to become the main character. And we go right into a secondary side character instead.
Right.
Side characters wait for instructions. They repeat scripts. They follow updates instead of setting the direction for their business. They wait to be told what to do, even if they don't even like it. They're like, well, this is what we're doing now. And you just stay there. And it's this weird safety net that isn't actually helping you at all.
No. And something that you just said that stood out too, you're basically recreating your 9 to 5 in the online space.
Yeah.
The problem is it's no longer 9 to 5. Now it's 23 hours a day.
Right? Being an entrepreneur is doing stuff at 10 p.m. or at 5 a.m., at 2 a.m., whenever you can squeeze it in those little moments, right? It kind of never
right.
ends.
But you're still waiting for someone to tell you what to do because side characters, they don't make any decisions. So when things start to change, when the plot changes, they panic. Oh my God,
Right.
what do I do now? Who's going to tell me what to do? And it's not because they're weak. It's because they never owned the story in the first place. So think about that. If you have all your eggs in one basket and something changes, and let's face it, things change, things happen on the internet all day, every day. And as soon as that happens, if you're back to zero and you're lost, you had zero ownership in any of that anyway. And that's
And
what's
it's
creating the
not
panic.
the fault of the company or guru or
No.
person or mentor that you put all your eggs in their basket. They're allowed to change just like you are.
Yep.
But you don't have to stay there and listen and follow it and say, oh, now I have to do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. This is your business. You need to be the owner, step forward and make the decisions for yourself and for your future. No one else is in charge of that. And to give them that responsibility, honestly, is unfair.
Yeah. Absolutely.
If one pivot can wipe out your income, it's not a mindset issue that you keep hearing and that you keep thinking you need to correct. It's a structure issue.
Is it ever? Too many digital marketers are built exactly like a 9 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't control the offer. You don't control the messaging. You don't control the rules. You just promote things and hope things that stay steady. And again, go back to that's what causes the panic. That's what causes the loss. When something changes, and if you're just following somebody else's leadership, somebody else's rules, you're just working for somebody else, basically as an affiliate or a free marketer for them, or whatever term you want to call it.
Right.
That's what's causing the massive panic. And that's where when things do start to change, you're back to grounds. Oh my God, now I have no idea what to do.
Right. Affiliate offers are very useful.
Mm-hmm.
And at somewhere you got to learn some of these skills, right?
Yeah.
But we just need to be careful about our top focus being who do I follow instead of how do I lead?
Right.
There's a difference there. I want you to focus on learning how do I lead myself instead of who do I follow now? Where do I need to go? What do I have to follow to get the checklist that I have to check off of what I need to do to grow a business? Because you're not actually growing a business. You're just following someone else. You're recreating employment for yourself, but for free in the online space.
Yeah.
And when that disappears, you're starting over and you're blaming that person, that company, that offer, instead of really blaming yourself. And I mean that wrapped with the most amount of love possible. I've had conversations with people who woke up one morning and genuinely didn't know what the heck to post.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have someone telling them what to do that day.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and they weren't confused. Everything that they had built around had vanished or changed on them. And their content, their messaging, it had no home. So their confidence was tied to someone else, some other entity. And it disappeared overnight. So it felt like their business did. And honestly, it did.
Right.
It just evaporated. And I don't want that for any of you.
Think about when you go to work every day. Most companies have some sort of a CRM system in place. So you go in the morning, you sit down at your desk after you put your lunch in the fridge and you grab your coffee and you say good morning to everyone. Now, this is the old days when we actually worked in the office. But you get to your desk and then you pull up your tasks for the day. Here's what I have to do today. Here's my checklist. Check, check, check. Imagine you go to work. That's disappeared.
Right. So you get mad at the owner, the business, your bosses, and you're doing the same thing with your offers right now.
Yeah.
It's because you never owned the core of your business.
Right.
And that's what I really want you to step into. It's not as scary as you think. I promise. No. I promise it's not. Somewhere along the way, you were told and you believe this narrative that you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not enough of an expert, which we talked about on a previous podcast episode, to own your own offer online.
Right. Yeah.
You're avoiding what you need to do. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can do it. You just have to. You just have to decide to do it. You can own your own offer and love it.
That's exactly it, though. You have to decide. So we spoke about this
Mhm.
before. Decisions are difficult because if I have to make that decision, I'm the one who has to be held 100% responsible and accountable for that decision. So instead, I'm not going to decide because I don't want to take that accountability. Most people, right? Like they don't avoid building their own offer because they can't do it. They avoid it because it puts them in charge. I have to be the boss. I'm the buck stops
Mhm.
here guy. It's so much easier. And this is why a lot of times why I think having a corporate job is difficult for a lot of people after years and years of doing it because
Mhm.
somebody else controls everything. And if I have no control, I can blame the organization that I work for.
Right.
I don't have to take accountability. Accountability is really, really difficult for most people in any area. If I have to admit that I've gone off track, if I'm not doing the right thing, this is why we try to justify to ourselves, well, it's because of this or it's because of that. No, it's because of us.
Yeah. When it's your offer, there's nowhere to hide.
Right?
If it
Yeah.
works, that's on you. If it doesn't, that's also on you.
Yeah.
So people borrow belief instead of building it, but borrowed belief expires. If you haven't seen it yet, I know that you probably have. Most
Mm,
people have.
yeah.
And if you've always have someone else to blame, you're never going all in with your business.
You're absolutely not. Real control doesn't mean doing everything alone. That's also a very large misconception.
Hmm.
All it means is that you're owning the foundation. You own the base.
Right. And real control looks like this: you own what you sell,
Hmm.
you decide who it's for, you choose the direction. So when something changes, the business doesn't collapse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because any change that happens, you planned it out. So you're expecting it, you're ready for it, you're embracing it, you're excited, you're confident through it.
Yeah.
So if you want traction and conversions, here's what you need first. First, you need one clear offer. That's it. Not 7, not 20, one.
Just
One
one.
clear offer that you can explain with one sentence with absolute confidence and excitement.
Hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
You don't need 5 ideas, not a someday plan. One problem you solve. One way you serve an audience
Yeah.
for one type of person right now. Okay? If you can't say it in one sentence, people can't buy it.
No.
You have to be confident with that offer too, or people won't buy it.
Right. You have to be confident. You have to be clear. You have to know what it
Mhm.
is. And
Mhm.
the second thing you have to do, content has to lead to a decision. So if
Yes.
your content inspires people, it inspires your audience, but it never actually directs anyone to an end goal, you don't have
Mhm.
a business. You have attention. It's not the same thing. Look at how many people post online just for the sake of posting online. Look at me, look at me. But that's not a business. Every post that you put up should answer one question. Again, go back to the one. I love the one. It makes
Mhm.
everything so simple. One offer, one person, one clarity, one solution, and every post should answer one question. What does the viewer or your prospect or your future customer or whatever you want to call them, what do they do next? What do I do after I watch this?
Right? And next, you need a simple conversion path. Where does someone go when they give you that micro yes? Some form of a yes. If you can't answer that clearly, your sales are going to stay inconsistent, hands down. There
Mhm.
needs to be like, they're going to do this, then this, then this. And there aren't 10 options at each step. You know the path, you've built it out, and there's a strategy behind it.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Fourth, you have to stop waiting for confidence. And we talk about this all the time. Confidence comes from ownership, right? You're 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 going to have the confidence first. You don't get the confidence and then become the person. You become the person and the confidence will come. Confidence comes from ownership. Every decision builds it, but
Right.
every delay also drains it. You have to look at it from both sides. You have to just have the confidence to go.
Yeah. And when you step into the main character role, the main character energy,
Yeah.
your business feels quieter in a really good way
Mm.
because you're no longer doing the, I have to keep refreshing for
Yeah.
updates. Did I get another like? Have I gotten 10 more views? Stop chasing the next promise and you stop rebuilding every few months. It's a really cool, it's kind of calming in a way.
Very much so. Yeah, it brings a lot of peace. I like
Yeah.
I like the way you put that. It's very calming. It is because you're going to log in knowing what you're working on this week.
Hmm.
You're you know what you're selling, right?
Right.
You know where your content leads to. You know what direction you're sending your audience to. That's the strong foundation that you need. When you don't have any of that and you're just living, posting, running your business reactively,
Hmm.
that's scary. That causes panic and stress that you don't need at all.
Right. And this is exactly why we built the collective. I love our private mentorship group. It's
Yeah.
super cool. Actually launched it late spring of 2025. We have an
Mhm.
amazing group of entrepreneurs in there that we see just phenomenal CEO ownership growth in,
Yeah.
which is just the coolest thing. And we want to be really clear about what it is and what it isn't.
Right. It's really important to understand that. The collective, this is not a place where someone hands you a script and tells you what to promote. we're,
Right.
we're not doing any of that. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm sorry, my friends, the collective is not for you. And
We're going
maybe
bigger than that, people. I want
right,
you to think bigger. I want you to want bigger for yourself.
exactly, we want you to get off the struggle bus.
Yes.
Don't stay there. We want you to, if you enjoy staying on the struggle bus, the collective is not for you.
Yeah, the collective is where you decide what you're building. You get support while you're making decisions. You get clarity on what to sell. You get structure so your effort stacks.
Mm-hmm.
You actually build momentum. You don't feel like you're starting over from scratch every morning with every new post, throwing
Right.
spaghetti at the wall. You log in knowing what matters this week, next week, every week.
That's right. And you're going to get access to a room full of people who are also building their own businesses, right?
Mhm.
So you get live calls, you get sprints, sales strategies, and higher level interactive training that gets beginners out of being stuck in beginner mode. Everyone in the collective is a successful CEO. Successful meaning they're learning and growing out of that beginner mode, stepping
Right.
into leadership, stepping into ownership. And you're
Mhm.
surrounded by all of these people, which means you're in the safest space because all of these people are at different levels, but they're all doing and have done what you are doing. So there's no panicking, there's no scrambling in there. You're just building. You're building and moving forward every day.
And everyone's in a different niche because
Yeah,
they're finding what they want to do online. And then you're using strategies that grow businesses, not just one offer that everybody's copying everything off of everybody else. And
exactly.
now it all looks like robots all over online and it just looks ridiculous. You're actually finding your voice, what your brand is, what your branding is, and it's a really cool thing. So we have a 7-day free trial for you to hop in and grab full access to everything that's in there. Our live calls, our recordings, our past trainings on sales strategy, sales triggers, psychology, all of that's in there. Different selling systems are in there. And you can cancel at any time. But come in and experience what an elevated online business should look and feel like. It's
Mm.
a cool group. I know you're going to love it.
It's amazing. The group is fantastic. And just always keep this in mind. You didn't come online to follow another storyline. So you want to get into a group full of people who are actually going to help you get to where you want to get to.
Yeah. You came to build your own.
That's right.
Why you don't want to deal with that 9 to 5. Those are the things you don't like about your 9 to 5. So don't come online and recreate the same thing in a different outfit, so to
That's
speak.
right. Yeah.
It's time to be the main character in your business, people.
Yeah. Yep.
I love it. All right. We will see you on the next episode of No Suits, No Secrets. Leave your comments, leave all of your stuff. Reach out to us with questions. We're always here to help. I want to see you grow. Bonnie wants to see you grow.
Yep.
Let's make 2026 freaking kick ass. Let's go, people. Everyone
Let's
can
do
win.
it.
Let's do it.